Hey FlossTube friends, I'm Autumn, the Yellow Rose Stitcher. Today is Wednesday, July 31st, 2024, and this video, or this portion of it's going to be a little different because I just posted my last video, I think a few days ago, Friday. Anyway, got a wild hair a couple of days ago, so I want to get this filmed and try to challenge myself for the month of August. So I've got pulled out on my table here all of the things that I had in a drawer over there that are finished things, and I've got stitching, and I've got a few little quilts that I'll share with you too. So anyway, that's the main thing, because I wanted to get this filmed here at the beginning of August, and then maybe at the end of August, maybe at the 1st of September, come back and see how many of these things I could fully finish. As to say, if you've been around or if you've picked up watching any of my videos, I tend to squirrel easily and get distracted. So I thought, if I film this, it'll keep me a little more motivated to follow through and just to see, because it's ridiculous how many things are stitched and not fully finished. And so I want to see if I can correct that. I say, and I don't have my granddaughter today, and I say I'm running out a little time before my husband gets here, so see if I can get through this. Let's say take advantage of not having Farrah and the fresh haircut. It's been a long time since I've had short hair. Did that this morning. Really like it. So anyway, not that you care about my hair. A couple of quick things before I forget where to put my phone. So I ran into the Stitch Niche a little bit ago after getting my hair cut, because I'm going to go ahead and show this now, because I may forget if I wait to do it at the end of the month. I showed this kitted up piece back in my 2 videos ago, and when I did the patriotic parade pattern, the Happy Birthday America with a needle and thread. And I had mentioned that the piece of fabric that I had for the top to stitch on, I wasn't crazy about it. It was a 36 count parchment by Weeks, which I like the color. I just didn't like it with the banding, which is more of a natural. Anyway, after I posted that video, I saw on Instagram somebody had stitched this in a pale blue and really liked it. So I was in the Stitch Niche, my local shop, not too long ago, or last week, I forgot when. Anyway, I saw they had a piece of fabric, and I didn't get it then because I didn't know what size I needed or count, but I went back today, and it's a Color and Cotton Stratus, and really pretty blue. So I'm going to, I don't have all the thread colors for this, but I can do, and 2 of these colors are like virtually the same. I mean, the 2 blues are really close, but anyway, let's see if I can do this. And I don't have the red that I need for it, but I think that's going to be, those look really dark. Those are going to look good on that blue. So I'm going to do that. And then I've got a second piece of the same fabric, because I've been, I don't go in order, but I've got about half of the with a needle and thread wordplay charts, and I'm changing them up from the way they're pictured. And so I got a piece of blue to do on that, and I think I'm going to change up the colors on this. So I got a piece for that as well. So but the reason for telling you that is more so when I went in, a local lady, Maria, was in the shop, and I follow her on Instagram, and then she just last week posted a new Instagram page because she has started designing cross stitch patterns. and she's shown some sneak peeks over the last few days. And anyway, she happened to come in while I was in the stitch niche, and she had all 5 of her pieces with her framed, and oh, they're fantastic. I think I'm gonna have to get it. There's 5. There was she did a berry with bluebonnets on it. She's got a biscornu with sunflowers, and then there were 3 framed pieces. Anyway, they're fantastic. So I wanted to share with you. She's going to be releasing the patterns at the Needlework Market, the online virtual one that's here at the end of August. But anyway, if you want to follow her to go look, it's wildflower_stitching. I don't know if you can read that. Ooh, that's not going to show. I'll put her Instagram and her website, Mystic Meadows Creations, down in this description box, so you can go and take a look at her patterns. But I was really glad that I happened to be there when she came in with her stuff, because I was like, oh, they're so good. So that's that part. I'll say. Let's get to showing you the finishes that I have pulled out, and that I want to try to fully finish it August. That's what I'm going for. As I say, we'll see how much of this I can get done. I say in my last 2 videos, you have seen this piece, Grace on Thee, by Plum Street. So I fully finished it late last night, and I was going to pull this out. When I ordered this, it was a Dying to Stitch store club piece in 2019, and it comes with the piece of wool to go on the back and then the trim. So I've got the stuff to finish it. And Grace on Thee. Let's see, do I need something behind it? Let's see. So yeah, last night I got it completely stitched, finished. Ta-da! As to say, and if you didn't see my last video, I goofed up. My granddaughter, I'd moved my pattern to keep my granddaughter from getting it, and I was in this grass section at the bottom of the house. And so when I sat down to keep stitching, I didn't bother with the pattern, because I thought, oh, it's just grass, and I just zoomed on along till I got over here to count to see how much further I had to go out from the house, and realized that I stitched where the steps are supposed to be, but I didn't really want to have to rip all that out, so I've left it. So that's the one change. And because I had stitched all of this area, I ran out of green. This is Nature's Trail, Classic Colorworks. I ran out of it before finishing the grass, which is also supposed to be in the topiaries here. So I substituted Nature's Trail for Weeks Dye Works Butterbean, and I think it's a little brighter. Actually, I'm happier with it, because I had these 3 stitched with Nature's Trail, and they kind of, with the variegation, some of the points had kind of blended in. So I think these came out even better. So patriotic finish for the end of July here, done. And I was saying, if you're ever curious if you've done a club, this is how much thread I had left. Let's see. Oop, wrong. That's not helpful. I'll say that's not really helpful, is it? But there's I think this is the first time I've stitched from finished a club piece. So then then they had 2 of the colors, the red of the house and the cream grits, is it? No, parchment and Lancaster red, full skeins of those, and that's what I've got left. So the only one I ran out of was the Nature's Trail, which was my fault, because I stitched more than I was supposed to. So that's okay. Finish number 1. Now to pull out from the archives, the deep dive here. I think I showed you this in the Patriotic Parade video as well. I still haven't finished it, which is Suffrage Act, and I will try to either when I come back with these fully finished, I'll tell you all the pattern details and info, because I say I was just grabbing stuff to do this quick, so I don't have everything with me. But if I forget something, leave a comment and I'll try to answer you. So I've got this to finish, and I want to try to finish it on this little, I think it'll fit inside this second red painted line. And I got a green. I want to sand this and paint it. The green in here is more of an olive green. So I picked up a thing of paint that's more olive. So I've got to paint this. So that's a second piece to try to get done. Then, the ones that I have pieces to finish them on, I pulled them out to show you. So, the next one, oh, I think this is a Plum Street pattern as well. And sorry, nothing's ironed. Count Twice, I think, is the name of the pattern. Let's see if I can show you. Count Twice, Stitch Once. I was saying I've had this done for 2 years, and it's stitched on Picture This Plus earthen. And this piece I had seen watching Julie from Reflections Framing and Stitching. Her husband made these spools. I think it was originally a piece that she did for one of her shop retreats, and her husband made these spools, and the top comes off. So she had, on her floss tube that she showed, he'd made a few more, so I ordered it. So I say I've had this sitting around a couple of years, and I'm assuming you finish it like a drum as far as the edges and seaming it, which I've done one drum before. So because when I ordered this from her, I didn't get any instructions, so it's partly why I haven't done anything. Nervous about messing it up, but I'd really like to get it done and on display. So that's piece 3, and set that aside. And all right, what else do we have here? Okay, this was a free design, and it came out as a mystery from Brenda Gervais. I forgot what year. And I don't know if it's on her website. Like I said, I'll try to find out some more details about this stuff if I get things finished. But it was called, I'll get Minty. Something in Minty. Anyway, you got, I think there was a piece of the pattern once a week for 4 weeks, and that is how it came out. And this is it's like a pale mint green. I don't know the color, but it was from Misty Purcell. It was one of her hand-dyed fabrics that I had done another piece on and had enough left over to do this. And this, I have this cute little stand, and it already has a bow, so I don't have to try to make an ugly bow. Anyway, I was going to see if I can finish it to sit on this little window frame. I thought that would be really cute. So this is for this. Okay. Places to lay things. Let's do this. Okay. Next, I finished this last year. Yeah, I think earlier this year, and earlier in the year. And this is a heart and hand piece, and I don't really have any thoughts about how I'm going to finish this. I think I might try to do a flat fold for this. I'm not sure, but that's that one. And it's stitched on Picture This Plus, but I don't remember the name of the fabric. And this was one of those that it came with the fabric when you bought the pattern. It's one of her yearly hearts that she comes out with. I think that was this. Like I said, I'll have more details about the patterns. And then in my last video, you saw Country Cottage Needleworks that I'd finished the July cottage. I already had December done, but I haven't fully finished it yet. So I've got that. And where did I stick? Where'd it go? Ah! I hate it when you lose things. Oh well. I have a green and red, white, and green plaid that I want to put behind it. So that'll be for that same piece of board that I've got. I was gonna say, hopefully too, I'm gonna see if I can't work on bow making too, and make a bow to go with this. So December. And then this is another hands-on design. Was her, this one when it came out, it was a freebie, but then she now has a whole series of these. I forgot what they're called. Anyway, I stitched the autumn one. So, and again, this one I don't really have any idea about how I want to finish it. I'll have to give it some thought. And this is stitched on 32 count barnwood from Picture This Plus. So, looks more, it's kind of more purpley in real life than it's showing up here, I think. But, so, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're at 7. So 8 is a Christmas ornament that I stitched and finished last year for my granddaughter and didn't get it fully finished. Which, oh my gosh, she turned 3 yesterday. Can't believe she's 3 already. So I probably won't get any finishing done this weekend because her birthday was yesterday, but we're going to have her birthday here at our house this weekend. So I need to do some little extra housekeeping before guests come. But anyway, I need to get this, and so cute. This is stitched over 1 on 28 count, even weave, white even weave. And this is out of, it's either last year's or the year before's Craftways Hirschner's Christmas book. So 7, 8, and this is really embarrassing. I can't remember where the pattern is from. And again, it's stitched over 2 on 28 count even weave. And this was her ornament for her first Christmas. So I have an idea of how to finish this one. But yeah, I need to say if I can get a third one done here before Christmas, then I can give Emmeline all 3 of them to put on their tree for December. So, and speaking of Christmas ornaments, these, oh, there it is. There's the green plaid to go with the December cottage. Thought those colors were really good. These next couple, is that everything? Yeah. Double checking myself. My mom stitched for me. I can't even remember how long ago. It's embarrassing. Like I said, I finish things and then I squirrel easily and don't get back to fully finishing things. But this was hands-on design, 12 Days of Christmas. And Mom gave me, she must have gotten rid of the other 2 already because I only have, there's 2 per pattern. So 12 Days of Christmas, partridges and doves, and then I have hens and birds. But those are the only 2 of the actual patterns that I have from Mom. But I started finishing these. I got 2 of them, got the mat board shape cut and the backing covered. So I need to put it together. So I have partridge, and these are stitched on Weeks Dye Works Aztec, I believe. Yeah, Aztec red gingham. It's hard to see the gingham, but, or no, this isn't the gingham, it's just the plain Aztec. But anyway, so see, I got partridge and hanging thread. I've got hens, prepped to go. And the other thing I need to do is they come with, or you can order buttons from, is it just another button company? Where does it say? Where does it say? Anyway, I only have some of the buttons, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I need to order the other buttons. Yeah, just another, it's right there on the label, Autumn. So I have birds. And then doves. And drummers. If you haven't seen these, the copyright on the pattern is 2017. So, pipers. Lords. Ladies. Like I said, I don't know the pairings for these, which two come together, because I didn't stitch them, my mom did. Maids, but I'm sure you can still find them. Rings. Geese. And swans. So, Christmas ornaments. I need to see if I definitely need to see if I can get those done and get them on the tree this year. So, and some more ornaments that my mom made for herself, or stitched ages and ages and ages ago. I mean, like, I think when I was a kid, I don't even know how old these are. The magazines I know, which I have the magazines from the Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. And it was funny because I was watching on Instagram, and somebody was at a retreat recently, and somebody had finished this magazine piece. They're nutcrackers, and in the pattern they're all in a line, but my mom stitched them separately, so I have 3. Oh, God. And this one, as I say again, I started and I wasn't happy with how I was doing it, so I stopped, so I didn't finish. But I want to undo this and do it maybe on mat board and a backing instead of trying to make a pillow, because my edges aren't very good. So I need to undo this one. But I think he stitched over 1, which probably 28 count. And I think, yeah, this one is stitched over 1 as well. And this one's just stitched over 2. Anyway, so 3 more ornaments if I can get work on that. And last of the stitching pieces, is a piece that my mom stitched for me for a birthday gift last year. So I need to get it framed, and I think I just got a coupon or email from Michael's today. I don't want them to frame it, because the last time, which has been a long time ago, I took a piece to them and it was horrible. So, but I think if I take it and just measure and have them make the frame, and then I will stretch it and lace it myself and put it in. But this is a, where's her name? Jean Farish design. And it says, threads through time connect all generations of needle workers. We learned our art from the ones who came before us. Today we teach and preserve for the ones who follow us. I say, so it's a really, really pretty piece. I need to get that framed and up in the sewing room. Isn't that gorgeous? So I say, my local shop, the Stitch Knits, used to do custom framing, but they don't do it anymore. And so I haven't really found anybody else local. When my folks were out in West Texas, there was an antique shop in a town not far from them. The lady that that's where I was taking framing. But now that my folks don't, I'm not driving 2.5 hours to get something framed, but I really need to get this framed. So as I say, I think I may go to Michael's and have it measured, have them custom make the frame, and then I'll frame it myself. So that is all of the stitching. as far as well, I should say, that's not all of the stitching I have that needs to be fully finished, but that's, I showed you the two that were gifts from my mom. I also have, if you want to see me go through these, let me know. But I have a pillowcase full of stitching of my mother's that is all stuff that, because my mom does this too. She stitches things just to stitch, and then she doesn't get them framed very often, but these are things I inherited when they moved out of the States. So if you want to see these in another video, let me know and I'll go through. But framing, you know, framing's expensive. So that is, now I'm going to show you a few quilting pieces because y'all seem to be enjoying the quilting that I've been showing. So thought I'd show you these that they're all right there. They just need quilting. And so since I've quilted 2 pieces here recently, feeling a little more confident about doing it. So hoping this was did finish this 2022, I think. I might have done it last year, I don't remember. But it's a pint-sized table runner, and I also need to do the machine applique. These are fused on, and those pieces are small, so I'm nervous about doing machine. I'm going to need to do some practice pieces to machine applique these down before I quilt it, but I need to get that done so I can put it out next February. And this was a kit, like I said, pint-sized table runner from Shabby Fabrics. So saying that I still got the backing, and so there's one little quilt. And then speaking of, let's do all those together. The pieces I showed you last time, that one piece that was from the Joe Morton Club that I was in for a couple of years. These were also made way back then when I was in that club. And this one I seriously changed up because Joe Morton does Civil War reproduction. But this was one of her patterns in that club, but I pulled out my 30s reproduction and put this little 9 patch together. Very, very scrappy. And it's been like this for ages. So need to get that done so I can put it out in the spring. There's a little table topper on the coffee table. So like I said, now that I've quilted a couple and feeling better about my machine quilting, I'm going to see if I can get this quilted. It shouldn't take long. And these next 2 are from that same Joe Morton. This one, I'm not quite sure about machine quilting because it's got appliqued hearts, but I think I may just quilt over them. I don't know, I need to do some, but this was some more of that Joe Morton fabric with hearts on it. So like I said, the Civil War reproduction, so the colors are darker, and but got to do some thinking on, that's usually where I think I stalled out, was how to quilt it. So like I say, I need to get over the perfectionism and just quilt it and have it to enjoy instead of having it stuffed away in the sewing room. This piece it's just supposed to resemble a chintz quilt, so there's no real piecing to it, and so I was going to attempt hand quilting it, but I could never. I love handwork, the cross stitch, applique, embroidery. Those are my preferred, but and I usually on those other techniques, I think I do fairly well. I'm pretty happy with my my making, but for some reason hand quilting, I can't get my stitches pretty the way I like them. So I say this one is it's just a solid piece with a border, and I was going to hand quilt it, but I think I may just machine quilt it to something I can put out in the fall and have it out. So those are the Joe Morton, or Joe's Little Women Club quilts. Let's see, I gotta be careful, there's a needle in there that I want to get done. And then a couple more for you. This I finished, I think, last year, and it was just some stuff I had in my stash. It may have been gifted to me, I think. A Debbie Mum panel. Remember Debbie Mum from back in the day? And it's a Christmas. I was saying this just has a little tiny gold border and then a snowflake border. Don't think I can show all of it. And it's kind of long, but still should still be doable to do on my domestic machine. But I need to look and see if I've got a piece of backing fabric big enough for this one. I think I do, but I haven't checked yet. Like I said earlier, I just sort of grabbed stuff to film this. And then lastly, this is a table runner that was in American Patchwork and Quilting. And again, this one is more about the flowers are fused on heat and bond, and so I need to where I stalled out, piece coming up, machine applique stitching, which is I'm not as competent or haven't done as much. But anyway, this is the table runner from the magazine. Very bright, very summery table runner, but very cute. So that's a wrap on now I probably won't, who knows how much of this I'll get done, because that's quite a lot. And like I said, I don't know how much I'll get done before next week with trying to get the house ready for Farrah's birthday party Sunday. But cross my fingers. Let's see what I can get done. Practice some bow making. See if I can improve my skills. And that's it. And so the part 2 will be coming right after this. So we'll see ya.